Okay, tonight we are going to be working on building a lift that we can mount on the top of the van to raise and lower the camp box. Something also that will raise and lower the spare tire if needed. It does need to break down so it doesn't take the full height. What I've got is two 4x4s, pressure treated, 10 feet long. I'm going to cut one in half and then put 45s on it and build kind of a triangle. And then I will have the other 4x4 coming through that and goes up over the end. And then I'll use a ratchet and pulley system to raise and lower the camp box. And we're ready to cut. Okay, we've got our legs cut. The next thing we're going to do is do a little drilling. So let's line that up. So I have the arm part of the lift here under my drill press with a 3/8 inch bit. I have it nice and level. I'm actually going to use a couple of threaded bolts with some nuts and washers to hold this in place. So I'm going to need two holes here. So I'm going to go ahead and drill those. Okay, so now let's drill the second hole. Now I do want this to sit a little bit level on the back end of this, so I'm going to put just a slight cut angle on there. Okay, so I have the arm of the lift positioned, and I'm going to cut the angle on the bottom here. When I did my calculations, it was roughly a 30 degree, so we're going to cut there. Okay, looks like a pretty good 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay, so now we are going to raise this up. Oh crap. Oh, no. And then we will drill using these holes as guides into the legs. Okay, so I have the arm of the lift at the right angle, and I have one of the leg supports in its proper position. What I'm going to do now is I will use these holes that we drilled in the arm as a guide, and I will drill back into that leg support. And I know I can't get all the way through, but at least this will mark where the holes will be. And then I will do the same to the other leg. I'll put that in position and drill its holes and mark that. And then I will take that to the drill press. So I'm going to be careful not to move this. Okay. I now have my holes marked on this leg. And you can see here, the holes are marked, and I just need to run the drill press through and finish drilling those out. So I'm not going to be able to use the drill press, so I've got the bit back in the hand drill. I do have this nice and level now. I've used the level to that, and we're just going to drill straight down. And I'm going to use my weight to hold this in place. So we've got our holes all the way through on this one. Then put in the ratchet with hand crank ratchet with cable. And I think that's going to go somewhere right around here, so it's easy to get to. The pulley will be up there, and we will have a lift that we can disassemble and put back together as needed. Okay, I went to Menards this morning and picked up the last of the hardware. I've got bolts to attach the crank and the pulley. I also picked up some cable and some other things that I want to use to support the legs of the lift. So let me show you what I got. So there's my cable, and I got some stuff to attach the cable to the legs. So we're going to start by actually doing the legs, because I want to do that before I take the lift apart and attach the pulley and the crank. This up. And then put the second pin in. What I'm going to do is actually, before I use these, I will run these into my vise in my basement, and I will crank these down really good on both ends. But I think for now we are in pretty good shape. Okay, so we have our support cable made. I'm going to go ahead and test it here. It should work right there, and right there. And when you release this, that should hold it nice and tight. And that should do the job. Okay. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mark where the pulley and the hand crank's going to go, and then we'll disassemble it and we'll get those pieces attached. Okay. Pin, back. Do not want that to unwind. So for the crank, I have 6 lag screws, 3/8 by 2.5. So we are going to find my magic marker, and I am going to mark these holes. And I have 5 holes, so I will use 5 of the 6. So let me show you what I'm doing. So I have just drilled those holes at a slight angle, and I am going to put them in that way. I got one more that I'm going to need either a box wrench or a deep well socket. And we have some major kinks. Since we took this off, I'm just going to unwind this completely for now. Okay. So while we have it here, we're going to go ahead and put the handle on. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed the video or got something out of it, please like the video and share with your friends. And please subscribe by clicking the bell below. Remember, travel, explore, and live life to its fullest.